we're going to see a little bit of social media marketing, and then I will show you around the class and show you what you need to do in the class and orientate you to the class, what needs to be done. And I think this is important because it just shows you kind of like the way the world has changed and how technology is really an important tool for helping you accomplish and do things. So we're just going to talk a little bit about my experience with social media marketing and where I am at with it now. And I'm somebody who like with cell phones, I wasn't very interested in having a cell phone when it came out. It seemed like it just was a digital leash that kind of created more accountability. You know, like people could call you anywhere, anytime. It's like, man, I want a little bit of space, right? But you know, then I got a smartphone, and I really wasn't interested in Twitter or Facebook. But then I started posting videos online, and like people started like to watch the videos, and I realized I was helping a lot of people. And then I realized, wow, this could be an avenue for, you know, creating a business and selling teachings online, and started going with that. And so the importance, like how many people in here know somebody who has some sort of a restaurant or cleaning service or yard service or, you know, some kind of a business, maybe your family, right? Like how do we make that business more successful? With our work effort, our work time, our work hours, how do we get the most bang for our buck and get more customers or better customers or whatever it is? So I think social media is part of that. So I just created this video for our class, and these will get posted up on our, you know, Canvas, our course thing. So we'll have all of the videos in the class. But I'll just show you a little bit about social media. It's just interesting. So the first thing I do is create the life you want. Like I'm going to go to, how many people are interested in this? Let me just get a feel from the class. Raise your hand if you're interested in this. It's interesting in you. Cool. How many people are not? Okay. Some people are just too tired to raise their hands. So, you know, I want to have a nice thumbnail on this. And so I could come in here and I could look for an image. And so create the life you want, you know, like I talk about the garden life. So I'll seedling, right? I'll look for seedling and I'll look at images. And then under tools, I have more tools, usage rights, and I'll label for reuse. And so labeled for reuse, and then I'm just looking for something that kind of symbolizes that bright green growth, you know, growing, a little plant coming up, and that's pretty good. That one's kind of weird. It looks like it's about to eat something. You know, so like this might be the image that I'd go for. That's pretty good. So now I'll just grab a little bit of that image, and I could do that right here with a screen capture and try to get it about that 16:9 aspect ratio. So does that look about 16:9, you know, like a monitor? And then I'll come back over here and I'll change that thumbnail. And so that's going to make people maybe gravitate to watching this video a little bit more, having that. And then I'll save it. And then there's in-screen annotation and cards, which I could add in to the end, so it'll prompt people to watch some of my other videos or direct them to our business, those cards. And so I could add those in. And I think I'll skip that for now, and I'll do that later. But that'd be a nice thing to do also. And now I could go check this out. And the first thing I want to do is because I'll just like it, you know, get that like thing going, and then grab the URL, and I'll come to this piece of software called Buffer App. And so there's different social media management software that's out there, but Buffer App is $10 a month. I could afford that. There's other ones like Sprout Social is one. Sprout Social. And Sprout Social is a little bit more expensive, $99 per user per month. And there's another one, I can't think of the name. There's several out there. But anyhow, I'm going to just kind of push this out to all social media. And so to do that, I have business social media and I have personal, so I think I'll shoot this more to personal, which will be all of those, and the G's are all business. And I have Instagram there for business too if I wanted, but I'll just do these all to personal. And then I could say, really enjoy sharing what others have shared with me. So grateful to pass on life's wisdom, you know, and then drop that in there. And then maybe if I create the life you want, you know, I could have a better description on that. So that's not a very good description right there. So before I do that, I really like that text. So I'll drop that text in there and just hold it for a second, right? Because I'm going to lose that. I'm going to go back and edit this here. And I think I'll start the video instead of right at where it's kind of like a little preamble. Record this because we have some remote students, we have online students, we have some high school students taking the class, and just want to record the video. And so it's a little bit slow for me to watch, right? Because I was just there. So I'll crank the speed up to 2. So they got a class series and we'll grab it. Gain a little bit of wisdom, insight about what we're talking about. My name's Todd Cloud, I'm your teacher, and I hope to share with you a lot of knowledge and wisdom and blah, blah, blah about computers. And by the time you leave this class, you're going to know how computers work, you understand binary and zeros and ones, and what makes machines do what they do. Plus, more importantly, your skills are going to be a lot better with computers. And so everybody knows, man, we got to know how to use computers to get by in this world. So this is a real practical, applicable class. Learning materials class is going to help you in life, no matter what you end up doing. So just one of the deals about technology is that when we get together, like if I was fighting, I was boxing. I used to do like kickboxing, karate. And when you fight in karate, that's all you do. You fight. You don't fight and like, yeah, that's fine. And we don't got these cell phones, we got family at home, we got kids, we might have some important message come in. But step outside, take care of it, and come back in. But like when we're learning together, let's learn together. I'm done learning this material. So that sound good? All right, cool. Who needs a little bit of like, usually the first day, I call this just kind of like laying the groundwork. And first day, I talk to people a little bit about, that sound good? All right, cool. Who needs a little bit of like, usually the first day, I call this just kind of. So I like that part right there, so I'm just going to find where that starts. Focus, get things done, and then get out so we can get home to dinner, loved ones, a little relaxation, and get our job done together, learning this material. So that sound good? All right, cool. Who needs a little? So I'm going to start it right there. So start at 2:24, and that will be the start time. And then come down and edit my description, which is create the life you want right here. And so I just need a little bit more here, you know. Scientific, well documented, it is the path to success, and having the life you want is well researched and documented. There are certain characteristics, there are certain habits that if you cultivate certain habits, there are certain habits that if you cultivate them, they will help you realize great success. Create the life you want. Get started. So that's a little bit more intriguing of a description. So I don't know if that's going to show up already over here, but we could try. So we'll get this text, and we'll delete this. And we'll start over. We'll get rid of that. I'll paste in that text, and we'll get the URL. And we'll paste in that URL. And now that's better, right? Create the life you want, the path to success, and having the life you want as well researched and documented. Dang it. So well researched and documented. There are certain habits that if you cultivate them, they will help you realize great success. Create the life you want. These are lessons I've learned from others that I've learned which have helped me in my life. Save that. I think that's even better. Come back here, make sure we have the URL. Get rid of that one. Get rid of this one. Well, research. All right, so it's not quite there. Maybe I have to start all over. And start with this one. Bam. And then grab this one. Bam. Well researched, so it's not picking it up yet, but that's okay. So now I'm ready to push it out to all that social media, and I just do share now. And so it's going to all of the social media platforms. And I could also manage, though I haven't done that, gotten to that point yet, I can manage all of incoming communications and everything in one location. So now if I go and I look at my Twitter account, right, really enjoy sharing what others have shared with me. So grateful to pass on life's wisdom. Create the life you want. The path to success and having the life you want is well researched and documented. Great. There are certain habits that if you cultivate them, they will help you. That's awesome, right? So what does that lead to? That leads to, I'm a teacher. I'm able to share what I teach with more people and help more people. And then, larger audience means that, if I finally am able to, hey, by the way, do you want to sell something? You have people to sell that thing to. You have a customer base. You have relationships that you can interact with and sell things to. And if you get good enough at doing YouTube videos, you could make pretty great money just from YouTube. Like YouTube pays you. How many people know that YouTube pays you? Yeah. All right. Anybody know anybody making money off of YouTube? Nobody knows anybody? I make maybe $100 a month off of YouTube. So that's kind of cool. It's dinner out and a little bit extra. Wonder if there's anything else to say about all that. This was an interesting deal. There's a new website that's out there. So this guy tweeted me, and he said, Todd McLeod, you teach good. And I said, haha, I done tried. And then he said, his name is Lord Jackass. He said 404 on patreon.com/Todd McLeod. You may want to sign up. So Patreon is where people like what you do, and then they just sponsor you and send you a little bit of money every month. And so I went and I signed up because it's oh, sweet, man, this guy, wants to donate some money to what I'm doing. Awesome. And so then I responded to him, this just like Cousin Leroy always saying, you do good for others, they do good for you. Much obliged. And I let him know that I had set it up, Patreon. Right? And I haven't looked at it recently, but it's just wow, there's so many innovative ways to engage and interact with people these days, right? I don't know what this means, $6 per creation. I guess I have to put some videos here or something, and they pay me $6. I don't quite understand what happens. But, if you're a creative, you can create stuff. How cool. And that's part of what I want to open your eyes to with technology is just to inspire you, I don't have to just go work at McDonald's. I could get a $110 video camera, refurbished Canon Vixia that shoots HD, and find a computer and put some editing software on it, and I could start making my own movies. And then get some views on those movies and just keep doing that. And there's a kid, Casey Neistat, or a man, he's in his 30s, Casey Neistat. Anybody know Casey Neistat? And he's made $20 million just making YouTube videos. Wow, that's totally amazing. But tons of people watch him.
What's his videos about?
Just random stuff. But, he has a really nice way that, one is, should I go to college? Right? Here's his, should I go to college? He's just got a nice vibe. But, it's learning to leverage these tools so that you could do stuff. video editing, posting to YouTube, pushing it out to social media, you know, getting YouTube money, and then people are sponsoring you on Patreon. You're getting some money off of that. It's like, wow, right? Unlock the potential of what you might be able to do. Too often, college and university is a place that takes students and gets them ready for jobs, as opposed to taking students and teaching them how to create jobs, their own job and jobs for others, you know. So really, you know, thinking about it that way too, like, oh, how can I create my own job and jobs for others, I think is a good thing. Anybody have any comments or questions about that? What's up?
How do they like pay you, like per view or per?
I don't totally know, and I think it's partly dialed into how many people watch and how long they watch. But like I have 10,000 subscribers. That's a lot because I just teach programming. This is like my Learn to Code. I've had 1 million views, and I happened to be in Anaheim when they had, you know, a video con, and it's like crazy. It's huge. There's tons of people who love to do it. But here at my channel, I could go down to my video manager, and it's fun. And I could go to analytics, and then inside analytics, like 171,000 minutes, 118 days and 19 hours of content have been watched over this last 28 days, and I made $73. I don't know what that means. But you know, if you bump that up, or you're getting 1 million or 2 million views every video, you find out how to make that happen. Well, that's kind of cool. It might take you a couple years, you know, but just keep making good content and study people. Amazing analytics. Just like, wow, that's crazy. Anybody else have comments or questions on that? Yeah, I totally love vlogging. Like in 2010, I went all over Southeast Asia for 2 months and made a ton of videos and really have a good time with it. But I've got 2 kids at home and my full-time job at the college, and then weekends and evenings I work on Greater Commons, and you know, and then occasionally just for fun I'll make a video, but I don't have time. I wish I did. So many passions in life. You know, we could watch maybe, you know, like you want to see, we'll take a break and I'll show you one of my videos I did recently. And for those who are watching online, I'll point you towards it so that you can check it out too. But it's right here, Claire de Lune. Only 93 views, but this is like one of my favorite songs. And so I just made a little music video for this really beautiful song, Claire de Lune. And so you could go check that out if you're watching this online. And we'll watch it right now.